Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Lou Insights. I appreciate y'all for listening. For those who don't know, I've been in the education field for almost 20 years now. And while we know our education system needs really a complete overhaul, in my opinion, um, I'm still willing to give two or three simple adjustments that will immediately increase our test scores, specifically within the inner city. Okay. Because believe me, I know what's holding it back. All right. This first one is based upon the fact that we, as of right now, as a society, are not really able to hold parents accountable. Okay. So I'm going to keep that one off of the table for right now because there's nothing we can do. Our hands are tied. We can't, in our country of America, it's freedom. We can't tell people how to live their lives. So it's hard to hold parents accountable. All right. The first thing we need to do is we need to separate the students who are coming in already willing to learn from the students who are not. Okay. Now, some people may find that harsh. They may think, I want to throw away our students that don't perform well, they don't want to be there. No, I'm saying this. Okay. We need to separate the students who have that hunger already in their life to learn from the students who don't have that yet. We know they may develop that later in life, but right now they don't got it. So what they're doing is creating distractions in the classroom. So the first thing we need to do is figure out a way to separate the students who have a hunger to learn from the students who don't have that yet. Okay? And some people act like that's just such a horrible thing, but my example or my analogy is sports. In sports, just imagine me starting a team and I got 15 players that are ready and willing and hungry to learn the game, and I got 10 other players who could care less about basketball. Okay? Imagine me as a coach trying to coach that through a practice. I'm constantly talking to this group over here. They don't want to get a line. They don't want to run. They don't want to run any suicides. They don't want to do any conditioning. They constantly cussing. They smoke. They smoking in practice, vaping. All right, all type of stuff. And me trying to run a team. I'm not allowed to kick them off the team. Yes, I'm allowed to kick them off the team, and that's what we do. So, is sports more important than education? Shouldn't we be able to remove those students who don't want to learn out of the classroom, at least that classroom? All right. Now, what we do with those students, that's a whole nother discussion. I'm not saying we should throw them away. Those students need different type of supports. Okay. This is just a simple solution that I'm trying to give, in my opinion, from my experience of teaching for 20 years. All right. So the first and most important thing, we need to separate those who are willing to learn from those who are unwilling to learn. I'm telling you right now, our test scores will skyrocket. All right, ain't no doubt about it. All right. The second thing that I would suggest is that we lower the teacher to student ratio. Hold on, let me let this car pass. Right now, student to teacher ratio is about one teacher to 30 students. If we just cut that in half and made it one teacher to 15 students, that would skyrocket the test scores. Okay, because that would allow teachers, especially high school teachers, who are dealing with students who were pushed through the system because No Child Left Behind made it to where students can be pushed through. By the time they get to high school, some of them can't read, they can't do basic math. Okay, so a lot of them may want and have the hunger to, they just don't have it because they've been pushed. They don't know it because they've been pushed through. So if we could have a lower ratio, if I had 15 students to work with, I could possibly give those students one-on-one attention every day. That's what they need. They need one-on-one. All right. And if we just did those two things, y'all, in the inner cities, our test scores would skyrocket. The fact that we haven't done that yet, and I know I'm not the only one that ever thought about this. I ain't trying to say I'm a genius. I'm just noticing basic things. If we did that, our performance would skyrocket. No doubt about it. The fact that it hasn't been done makes me think sometimes there's some type of political agenda. And I just have to say that because I can't think of any other reason why we haven't done that yet. All right. Again, two. I'm not even gonna give a third one. I'm just gonna say two. Two things that would skyrocket our test score performance. Separate the students who are hungry to learn from the students who are not yet, and lower the student to teacher ratio. Instead of it being one teacher to 30 students, we need to make it one teacher to 15 students. We do those two things, y'all, test scores skyrocket. All right. Now, the other discussion about where we would put those other students who aren't ready to learn yet, that's a whole nother world. That's a whole nother discussion. And like that's why I said I know that the education system needs an overhaul. That's part of it. But I'm telling you, if we could do those two things, it would skyrocket. And I actually do have ideas of what to do with the students who are not ready to learn, or at least not ready to learn that content that's being taught in the schools. Because we all know life has plenty to teach. The school system doesn't provide all of that. All right. But yeah, that's my input for today, coming from the teacher's perspective. And I do want to put some of that content in my channel because I know that that's a big part of my life, being an educator. So yeah, those two things, we do those, skyrocket, point blank. Okay, thank y'all for listening. This is Lou Insights, love life, love creation. I love y'all, and I'll holla.